what they really meant was that the chair was so new and unusual that they weren't used to it. This isn't true of everything we call ugly. The Edsel, the Ford Motor Company's famous flop from the 1950s, failed because people thought it looked funny. But 2 or 3 years later, every other car maker didn't suddenly start making cars that looked like the Edsel, the way everyone started copying the Aeron. The Edsel started out ugly, and it's still ugly. By the same token, there are movies that people hate when they see them for the first time, and they still hate them 2 or 3 years later. A bad movie is always a bad movie. The problem is that buried among the things that we hate is a class of products that are in the category only because they are weird. They make us nervous. They are sufficiently different. They are sufficiently different that it takes us some time to understand that we actually like them. That's a typo. They are so sufficiently different, right? They are sufficiently different that it takes us some time to understand that we actually like them. I don't think that's grammatically correct. I noticed another typo in here. I was kind of surprised. Oh shit, I'm sorry. It must be, I love how it says dropped frame 0. So I'm not dropping frames. My Wi-Fi is just going boop. Boop. I could try connecting to my phone, as I don't know how much better my phone's data will be, but I can try it. Yeah, can't drop frames if you ain't live. Okay. Mobile hotspot. I should try the other band. Also, I'm really, really close to eating my pants. And I don't feel so awful, so... I just remembered, I used to stream to get myself to feel less awful. I forgot about that. Like, I would make myself presentable, I would put on a vibe, and I would do a thing, and I would just commit to doing it, to focusing on it, and it would make me feel better. All right. I'm running out of water. Okay. Okay. Sufficiently different that it takes us some time to understand that we actually like them. When you're in the product development world, you become immersed in your own stuff.
Geneva Lewis played violin with
These pieces are so short. You become immersed in your own stuff, and it's hard to keep in mind the fact that customers you go out and see spend very little time with your product, says Dowell. They know the experience of it then and there, but they don't have any history with it, and it's hard for them to imagine a future with it, especially if it's something very different. That was the thing with the Aeron chair. Office chairs in people's minds had a certain aesthetic. They were cushioned and upholstered. The Aeron chair, of course, isn't. It looked different. There was nothing familiar about it. Maybe the word ugly was just a proxy for different. The problem with market research is that often it is simply too blunt an instrument to pick up this distinction between the bad and the merely different. In the late 1960s, the screenwriter Norman Lear produced a television sitcom pilot for a show called All in the Family. It was a radical departure from the kind of fare then on television. It was edgy and political, and it tackled social issues that the television of the day avoided. Lear took it to ABC. They had it market tested before 400 carefully selected viewers at a theater in Hollywood. Viewers filled out questionnaires and turned a dial marked very dull, dull, fair, good, and very good as they watched the show, and their responses then translated into a score between 1 and 100. For a drama, a good score was 1 in the high 60s. For a comedy, the mid-70s. All in the Family scored in the low 40s. ABC said no. Lear took the show to CBS. They ran it through their own market research protocol called the Program Analyzer, which required audiences to push red and green buttons, recording their impressions of the shows they were watching. The results were unimpressive. The recommendation of the research department was that Archie Bunker be rewritten as a soft-spoken and nurturing father. CBS didn't even bother promoting All in the Family before its first season. What was the point? The only reason it made it to the air at all was that the president of the company, Robert Wood, and the head of programming, Fred Silverman, happened to like it, and the network was so dominant at that point that it felt that it could afford to take the risk on the show. That same year, CBS was also considering a new comedy starring Mary Tyler Moore. It too was a departure for television. The main character, Mary Richards, was a young, single woman who was interested not in starting a family, as practically every previous television heroine had been, but in advancing her career. CBS ran the first show through the Program Analyzer. The results were devastating. Mary was a loser. Her neighbor, Rhonda Morgenson, was too abrasive. And another of the major female characters on the show, Phyllis Lindstrom, was seen as not believable. The only reason the Mary Tyler Moore show survived was that by the time CBS tested it, was already scheduled for broadcast. Had the MTM been a mere pilot, such overwhelmingly negative comments would have buried it, Sally Bedell Smith writes in her biography of Silverman, Up the Tube. All in the Family and the Mary Tyler Moore show, in other words, were the television equivalents of the Air on Chair. Viewers said they hated them, but as quickly became clear when these sitcoms became two of the most successful programs in television history, viewers didn't actually hate them. They were just shocked by them. And in all of the Bollywood techniques used by the... What? I have never seen that before. Ballyhood? Excuse me? Can I get a 1-2 to ensure that it is working? I can check myself, I guess, actually. Oops, something went wrong. Please try again later. It could be Restream. I don't think it is. Okay, so it looks like it's doing fine. I think this might be talking. It is not. I need more water. And to look up what the fuck ballyhood means. Sorry. It's not that you're dehydrated, it's that your mouth isn't lubricated. Those are different things. You are dehydrated, but continuing to drink water is just flat out necessary, no matter how hydrated you are. Oh shit. It seems like you've been chatting and I haven't been able to see it. Fuck you, Dad. Hey. Oh, I'm getting a migraine. I was like, I just ticked, and I'm not cold, and I don't have to pee, and I'm not anxious. I don't know why that would be a positive thing. It's not, but like, I don't know. I don't know. Stream chat brokey. That's too bad. Hi, Kraturka. For me, if I just like close the app and restart it, it works, but I'm assuming you tried that already. Well, if you chat in the server, I will respond to it. I goes into prison. Appreciate what you are the appreciate you the makes you appreciate what you dad. For the uninitiated, I am currently scrolling through the Memes Marketplace channel of the Estonia Discord server, which you can join in the link in my bio. Is it a bio? Or is that just the social media links at the top of your Twitch channel? I think people would generally accept bio. Girls is can the therefore change is world brave. I see. I have 9. Okay. Today. Okay, so it's only StreamCord actually. StreamCord. Jan, if you're still here, it's StreamCord's fault because my Discord bot only notified once. And I don't know about Twitch, but I'm pretty sure Twitch only notified once as well. Never mind, it's notifying again. Oh shit, I forgot you were on YouTube. Girl, everybody's on YouTube today. That's true, it has gone past 45 minutes. See, when I'm getting so distracted. Bitch, you can suck it. What am I saying? What's wrong with this lullaby music? It's good. Oh, it's not, actually. Are you still falling asleep? It's over. Oh, do I have egg on my face? It's literally a march. Thank you, Vivi.
A showpiece for violin that also works quite nicely on the tuba.
I disagree, personally, but...
Øystein Bodsvik made that arrangement for tuba and orchestra. And what...
I read his plant. This is why growing basil is a good idea. Also, hi, Parker Woodley. Hi, Orla. Bro, everybody's here today. One of our singer knew great shooby dooby dooby to that tune super fast as well. Oh, like did a shooby dooby dooby to it? Shooby dooby 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 dooby. I can't. Obviously, I haven't practiced, and I'm sure they did, but.
It's the biggest and longest running classical music festival in the world, the
Fuck
BBC
yeah.
Proms. For 8 weeks every summer,
Proms.
music fans flock to the Royal Albert.
Bitch, you a Minnesota station. None of us are going to the proms. Doobie doobie doo ah doobie 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 doo ah. Doobie doobie doo ah doobie 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 doo ah. They are. I really hope they don't go 3D. Literally all of the reboots are 3D now. And it ruins it. And people say, no, it looks good, it's modern. Why does 3D animation have to be what we consider modern? It doesn't make any sense. We've had it forever, but suddenly we've decided that 2D animation can't exist anymore. 5D. See, if it was in 5D, I'd watch it. But if it's 3D, I'm not interested. Can you imagine a triangle-shaped face in 3D? No, thank you. Actually, now that I think about it, that's probably proof that they're not gonna do 3D. I forgot to change the water bottle on my plant over there, so I'm gonna do that real quick. Here's some more NPR. I'm gonna bump the microphone again. Oh, and I tripped over it. It didn't even need to be changed yet. No, yeah, I was saying that I thought that the stream wouldn't go very long because I felt like shit. And then I remembered that the original purpose of these streams was to make me feel less like shit when I felt like shit, and some of the best streams have come that way. This is NPR, which is the Minnesota Public Radio. And they actually helped start NPR. Fun fact. Minnesota just... They keep doing stuff ahead of the curve, and it makes me very happy. Okay, do we keep reading the book? Because I think we have to finish the chapter. So basically, so far we've talked about how Herman Miller chairs tested really poorly. Well, first we talked about how New Coke sucked because people's experience of Coke has more to do with the associations of what it is than it has to do with the actual taste. Even though New Coke tasted better in taste tests than Pepsi. And normal Coke, obviously, because Pepsi was tasting better. And then the Herman Miller chair that made office chairs look the way that they do today. Nobody wanted it, absolutely nobody, for the longest time. And then it won awards, and suddenly everybody wanted it, and now every office chair looks like it. And then how All in the Family and the Mary Tyler Moore Show had both been turned down multiple times, and by fluke were aired and became hits. Market research isn't always wrong, of course. If All in the Family had been more traditional, and if the Aeron had been just a minor variation on the chair that came before it, the act of measuring consumer reactions would not have been nearly as difficult. But testing products or ideas that are truly revolutionary is another matter, and the most successful companies are those that understand that in those cases, the first impressions of their consumers need interpretation. We like market research because it provides certainty, a score, a prediction. If someone asks us why we made the decision we did, we can point to a number. But the truth is that for the most important decisions, there can be no certainty. Kenna did badly when he was subjected to market research, but so what? His music was new and different, and it is the new and different that is always most vulnerable to market research. I think I have to be done because the reading fatigue is big right now. But there's a lot of people here, so what do you want? We saw that. Let's see. The things I had on my list for today. Well, I was supposed to do violin, and I have it out, and I did my little finger warm-up. I could learn 3 guitar chords and 2 strumming patterns and practice those. Or I could blindly look up how to learn to play the bass and go from there. I'm thinking this setup lends itself more to like, I don't know. It's a desk, right? So what do you do at your desk? I could do 5-year plan stuff, but I feel like that's kind of boring. Or we could just sit and chat, but I feel like the vibe today is watching in the background. Of course they don't. That would be cringe. Bro, I keep referencing art that I made and never released. Mr. Nectar. The fade to the other camera shot with music, the music in the lecture and the plants and the lighting makes this feel very arty. Yes, I would hope so. Well, I would hope so. Hey, Smith. Aww. Aside from being funny, the music is amazing. This is true. I come back every week despite hearing pretty much the same song. I am going to spray paint this pot, I've decided, before I put the big plant in it. It is currently gray, and it is like a big bowl, but the opening is like sideways, so it's like that, and the plant will sit inside, it'll come out of the front, essentially. I suppose I don't even need the stake then. Maybe I just say fuck it to the stake. For now. Because I don't like stakes. I think they look bad. But the pot itself will hold up the branches, the vines. They're so big, I don't even want to call them vines. Guys, let's not make this all about me. Why not? I see no reasons why not. Cool. I guess since I'm getting 0 feedback, I'm gonna do what I came here to do. Or at least I'm going to attempt to. And to do that, I'm gonna turn down my mic because it's not gonna sound good. So basically my goals are the event season is gonna kick up, and I want to go out to the event centers and busk, because that's a thing you can do. And usually in Minneapolis and St. Paul, it's not really worthwhile to busk, but around events, it makes sense. And since it seems like all of the buskers these days are people drumming on buckets, I think I'd do pretty okay just by having a violin in my hand. So I want to come up with a really simple, really easy set list that I can actually do. Because every single time I sit down to do this, I'm like, oh, but I have to make it good. And it's like, well, what you consider good is infinitely scalable. So in order to feel like it's good enough, you're not gonna feel like it's good enough. It's not gonna happen. You have an idea. Please, share it with the class. Stand in a bucket so you're taller than everyone else. Assert dominance. Wow. Truly words to hear or read. Did it say this Twitcher Twitches is live? I don't think it did. Truly words. Okay. I can't even do D's, just D's fast enough. There's a dirty joke in there somewhere. I just don't know where. And now I have to sit like really close to the microphone in order to say anything. And I'm testing it to see if this will work. Okay, this works. If I do this, this works. Do. Oops, sorry. This Twitcher Twitches is now live. Oh, Stream Elements. You little bitch. How do I disconnect and reconnect my account? Will that fuck anything up? I'm in the business of distracting the streamer, and you do this precisely so that you can focus on something. What? That doesn't make any sense, sir. Can you try the English again? Okay. Fun fact about this rosin. I won it in a giveaway. And I will forever be proud of that. Because I am not a lucky person by any means, but I saw it and I was like, I want that. So I entered and I won. You You stream to be productive, and I chat to keep you from being productive. Okay, that's fair. It's a catch-22. Or something. I'm being productive regardless. By talking and getting dressed, and being a human being, and not a literal boneless mass stuck to the couch, I'm being productive. Because unfortunately, those are the standards that we are working with. Look at how fulfilling this is, brain. Wouldn't you like to feel this way all the time? Wouldn't you like to at least try? Even if you think it wouldn't work, wouldn't you like to at least try? My rosin is very dry though. I don't know. Supposedly, a real string player uses a different rosin for the different seasons to avoid using dry rosin that's not actually working. Alright. But back to this. Who would you live and die for on that list? But the problem is there's another list that exists and no one wants to think about this. Forget sanity, forget salary, forget vanity, my morality. If you get in between someone I love and me, you're gonna feel the heat of my cavalry. All these songs I'm feeling are so heartless. Hearing. All these songs I'm hearing are so heartless. Okay, test. Well, if there's no music playing, then how can I test it? I think I officially don't want it to be this underexposed. Because that keeps happening. And the sun isn't exactly coming out from behind the clouds. Mom spaghetti. Every rap is mom spaghetti. Who lives in a pineapple under the ditch? Your mom. That's it. Alright. It's... I don't know, chat. I don't know. I also don't know why the music's not working. It's such a mystery. Live stream recorded. Recording is not available. Well, that's so sad. That's so sad. I made my S whistle and I don't know how I did that or how to make that happen again. Classical piano. Classical piano. It's a classical piano. It's a classical little piano. It's a little piano of classic. 8 hours. And TVO. What a great ad. What an absolutely phenomenal ad. Are there really that many people who are playing bad? Okay, I'm officially switching my... Maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm not. Should make it loud though. Okay, no, I'm switching. Okay, maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm not. Alright. What if I did this? Okay. Alright. So, first of all, bro. Okay, never mind. This is annoying. I do not know what to do. Where is my phone? In typical Tuesday night, going on about something that she said, but she doesn't get your humor like I do. Going on about something you said, but she doesn't get your humor like I do. Dude, what? Dude, what? 120, fuck yeah! That is pretty cool. I'm a little numb to it though. Because in my brain, nothing is good, you know? Nothing will ever be good enough for you. Tupac's Alive Living in Cuba is one of the Wi-Fi networks